All right. Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's just go on. Um, so for for the last class, I think we talked about what layout, creating a layout for our page. Let's see. I don't have a link for that. Yeah, so this was what we worked on, trying to create this and then this. And then we saw ways that we could actually, work around this so that we are not duplicating the code that we wrote. So we're able to manage this dynamically. So we have a folder called layout. Inside the layout, you now create the layout that you want. Remember that it's going to accept prop. So it's a normal functional component anyway. So it's just going to accept the children prop. And the way I explained the children prop was that the children are nodes which you kind of append inside your code. So it just finds wherever this children this thing is and then injects it inside it. So just more like that. Uh, and then we had a go at we got to understand more about using Tailwind and we also saw using what do they call it? Path name, using path name from React router DOM. So we got use location where this gives us an object. So we're able to extract path name from it. And then we were able to use it to display either the lady image for the login route or the male image for the sign up route. So yeah, we also did the whole prop validation, which we kind of said it's actually not supposed to be any, because any is permissible. So that was what we did like in the last week, and then we also had this main layout, which was supposed to have, which has the header and then the footer, and then the main component. We're supposed to do that. So this section, so we're supposed to have a footer, and then the main stuff is supposed to be inside here. So we're supposed to work on that. Like that was the next thing that we're supposed to work on. And I think that is just what we are going to try to achieve today. So we'll just see how that goes, and then I don't know if anybody has questions from the previous class. Is there something that you came across and then you need clarity on? Yeah, Barry, go on.
Sure. I didn't get your question. Please,
Yeah, I'm saying that um I'm saying that is is there any question from like the previous class that do you have questions from the previous class or anything that you need clarity on?
yes, they use location.
Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. So use location. Everybody's talking about use location. So for that, I will just go into the login routes. And for the login routes, I am just this use location. Now what we tried doing. So I actually need to open Figma so that I can explain this. Mm, just a moment. Let me just pull out that Figma file. Okay. So while this is opening, well, the essence of using that route, using that method, or using that part name that we gave was, we look at this. This is, we have to create a layout because, well, this layout, this page is similar to this page, but there are some variations. And well, those variations, I think I'm noticing that there's something not here. It is designers and inconsistent. Okay, well, so for this aspect, Sha, so notice that there are similarities here in that this is new to Got Talent. Okay, so you have join now. And we have this one, already have an account login. So well, it's in the same manner. It looks the same way, but the text is different. Now, same thing goes for the images. So we have this, a lady, and then we have this other aspect. Now, we're now thinking of how do we how do we change this based on, because this is a different page and then this other one is a different page. So if we are considering based on the page, based on like, well, there are different pages. So one thing that we could think about is the route. Yeah, we can manage the text or the images based on the route. So, well, so what we actually did was in your React router DOM, you have access to this use location. Now, use location, well, is more like, is a function. Yeah. So let's say it's a kind of, is a hook from React router DOM. Now use location. If I console log this, and if I go to my console, just inspect. Now this is location, and location has like a couple of things. Location has that this location that I'm console logging here, line 12. So I'm okay, okay, okay. And I don't know why this is actually still coming out, but well, I actually extracted this, so I shouldn't be getting this. But let me just get it back. So let me just do location. Okay. So line 12, let's confirm that. Okay. I think I've ruined something. Okay. Um, Let me just return it to what it was because okay, I actually extracted part name and let me just get that back. So yeah, this is 12. So well, this is getting well, it's kind of referencing maybe it is expecting that well what was here before was location, so that's why it's like going back and getting this location, this thing here. So it's just saying it has a couple of things here. So it has hash, it has host name, it has ref origin, so it has this path name, and then there's port and a couple of other things, replace, reload, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so you can actually do a couple of things with this. Yeah. So, but the major thing that we needed here was this part name. So based on the part name, so what we did was we extracted the part name. Yeah. So we destructured it, got part name from here. Now went to where we started from. So where we need to use this. So we are saying if the part name is login, show the female one. But if it is male, but if it is that means any other part other than this. So if we had another layout that is using the same, if we had another page that is using the same layout, that means this other one will show. This male, this thing will show. But for login, it's only this one that is showing. So we did that. Where else did we do this? Then I think inside the auth header, yes, we also extracted part name and we were saying that, okay, if it is login, show this new to Got Talent, join now. If not, show already have an account, then you're going to log in. So that's how we use this thing. So we are comparing using conditional conditional statements which we learned, and then we're applying it to achieve this. So this is basically what we tried doing with the whole part name use location thing. So you just get use location from React Router DOM, and then you're able to play around with this. I don't know if we understand. Yeah. We understand this. All right.
A bit.
So well, I think when it gets to application, we'll get to understand how it works. All right, yeah. So let's get back. Let's get cracking anyway. So I think what we did, oh, yeah, this is where we were. Not really sure of my design, I'll my implementation. This thing. So so let's play around with this a bit, sha. Let's just see how we can achieve this nav bar. And interesting. Okay, let's just see how we achieve this. Somewhat skeptical, but let's see how it goes anyway. All right, so let's, what's the footer like? Okay, so this is the footer. Okay, so let's see. I think what we even have to do now is just, yeah, what we have to do now is just to start building stuff. Then the other aspect that is really left for us is now working with a back end, seeing how that plays out. That's another thing to consider. But then I think I need to understand that, well, we are up to speed on this other aspects. So we can play around with this and we are good. So let's see how to achieve this. Okay, so I have this. So how can I achieve that? Let's go to a header and I have flex justify between. I have a couple of links here. think I also like to just do another set of links. Well, this should just actually hold buttons. So should even be this. Let me just use a div and I'll just flex this guy's button. I'll just use links at once. Links for rather my writing.
Sorry, I always think it's best practice to use okay UL whenever we are doing this instead of div and then like I don't know.
Well, there's no hard and fast way. It all depends.
Okay.
It all depends. It's no hard and fast way. Okay, so link, and I will just have to sign up and log in. Will just be here. Okay, let me do one first. Yeah. Okay, so I have a border of 2 pixels. Yeah, border of 2 pixels. Adding top 12 border. Okay. UI 3. Yes. Well, what are they even saying here? It's 39.5, almost 40. Ah. Hmm. Uh,
That part will be very much.
to be much, I mean. Well, let me see how this one comes out. And I just want to do further weights. If I'm doing that, that means I have to give this my header, e.g. We did this color. I mean, what do we do with this color thing here that times? Primary blue.
Oh
Let's,
yes.
yeah, let me see. I
Something
hope
like
that
something
yeah,
like
I hope.
aliens or something like that.
Mm, there's a header. Mm, that blue, is it blue enough? Yeah, well, let me see. Is it the same blue? 277. Yeah, so it is.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same color. All right, so let's justify between, we need to add an item center here. Okay, need to do a class flex see what's the gap between them. I even know that. Gap of 10. Items. What the border is. So rounded. What's that rounded again? That to radius 10 pixels. Okay. Okay. Let's say text. Okay. Let me just duplicate this guy. So let's do BG white. This text is primary blue. Oh, wrong place. Okay. And the border still white. Okay. BG. Right. So log in. What's the font width? Semi bold. Okay.
700.
Yeah. So that's font semi bold. So it's 100. So it's bold. Okay. So I don't know if this spans for both anyway. Just do that. Okay. Let me just change this to login. Change the route. Okay. Gap. Okay. So how do I even know the distance between this? Because it looks like this gap is
The gap is uniform.
yeah, but the gap is more. So okay. So what do we do? So let's see. We have a gap of 3, gap of 6. I'll just do text. This should just be text twice. I think we played around with that color. So it's all right. All right. So well, it looks like they are close to each other. They should just I should just do. Okay. Fair enough. We can manage that. All right, but then what happens on this different screen size? This is what it looks like. It's one screen. Okay, so we are struggling with this at this point in time. And actually, we don't have a mobile view for this. So what do we do? How do we manage this? Let's see. I think what I would like to do is this is flex. We are doing justify between item center. So on a medium screen, well, I think it will look good on a medium screen. So I'll just say on a medium flex row, but by default it should just be flex column. Okay, so we have this very funny. Okay. And then this nav link too, I think I will just do the same thing. Flex. That's what it looks like. However, should we make this one? But then this center thing, so. Okay, this is item center. I'll just do this for mediums. And I'll just do items. So, well, depending on the type of header that you intend doing
This
for
one is
your page. You said this one is what?
manageable.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, why don't you want to put everything inside an hamburger? I don't want us to waste time on that.
Okay, to put everything away, a
Like,
hamburger.
or you don't want us to waste our time on that.
No, that can work out. It just depends on how it depends on how you want to style this thing. You want to do a hamburger. Well, okay, so I think that will just let's see. Since we are just working around that. So there's what we call there's React icons, depending on whatever you want, sure. So I'm just going to install this along with this. I've done this. So this gives you access to like a couple of icons. I'll say bars. So you get to see like, well, different bars that you can use. Let's go with this one. So for me to do this, But then the funny thing about that is you now need a different, you want to put it inside a hamburger. Either you're now going to use like a different layer. Let's see how that goes, sure. So I'm just going to do a div, and inside this div now, so inside this div now, I will just get this guy. So this FA bars, actually, I got it from here by clicking on this. I checked for bars. So there are different icons here: Ant Design, Bootstrap, box icons, so on and so forth. So it just gives you access to many of them. So you get to pick any one that you want. But, well, you actually call this like it's a component or something, but you need to import it. So I'm importing. So you need to import it from React icons. And we got it from font. Awesome. So I need to go /FA. All right. So let's see what this looks like. Okay. So this is what we have. And I think we can actually increase the size, even if the class name X DXL. Well, yes. Font awesome. They're usually more like text. So, but then you want to hide this on a large screen. So let's say MD hidden. I want to do this here. So if I go on a small screen, see it pops up. So, but then if I'm doing it this method, this way I'm doing it, I will probably.
Sorry, sir. If you did not put the block, will you not still show on the mobile anymore? The block after the. Will you take it away? Let me see.
Okay, well, fair point.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, that works. Okay. So yeah, if we have that aspect, because by default anyway, Tailwind is mobile first, so that's why that is like that. So, but if I'm doing this like this, so that means we actually need to find a way. That means this, what we've done so far, I am actually just going to do a hidden. Small device, but for, yeah, I want to flex here. And I want to also MD flex. I want to keep this hidden. Right. So it all depends on how you want to do this. So that means I need to change this, my orientation, this thing. So I'm going to reverse it and just leave it this way because, well, I actually need this guy to be on the same level. And then why is he hanging up there? Okay. Okay, I did an item start. So should actually there be an item start. Yeah, so we have this. I can alter the color here. Yeah, so this is more like it. But thing with doing this now is you now have to create another this thing. You now have to create another, what do they call it? You now have to create a component. You'll do it more like,
I mean, the function that we undo the click, the opening and the toggle, right?
all right. Can you guys see my screen? All right. All right. So let's just go on. So we need to create, yeah, so inside here now. So inside here now, we need to like create out that same stuff that we need to create a representation of what we want that's this thing to look like. Well, the truth is we don't have that, but I'm just going to do a makeshift. I'm just going to do a makeshift for it. And in doing that, this is just what I will do. I'm just going to copy this. I think I'll just copy this. And I actually need to import a couple of stuff. But this is just so that we understand what we are trying to achieve. Let's see. G. Okay, so just get the necessary things. Since it's on the same level. So what would I like to do here? Well, let's see. I'll just flex column, and I will just want to what else do I want to do here? Okay, flex column for small screen, MD flex row, and just do a justify, do that. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. Let me just do justify between anyway, and then item start. Okay, so this is in my mind, this whole representation. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it looks like yet. So, but then I'll just go to I will just go to this main layout. email layout or header. Okay, so I'm just thinking here. Okay, so this contains the nav. Okay, so where am I supposed to put that? Okay, so let me just share what I have in my mind. So I want, can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay. Let me share what I have in my mind now. So what I intend doing is, yeah, you click on this place and then you kind of have like a navigation bar, the mobile nav kind of come in and all of that. So that's like what I'm trying to achieve here. So, so in essence, yeah, that's what I'm trying to achieve. So, but then I'm thinking of where my mobile nav component is supposed to lie inside. So I think it will just be on this main layout. This has relative here, and I will just put dots. I do not know yet, absolute. And I will just put, okay. So let me just do of 0, Z index. Let's do 30.
And okay. That's, I was thinking you're also going to need to hide it for desktop. Have you it's Notion desktop like that?
You actually have you need to hide it for desktop, but where's my guy? So in all of this, where's the guy? Let's follow. Mhm.
Maybe you should give it border or something like that. Maybe it's going to show. Have you?
So I'm not seeing this guy. Where is this guy? Okay, so I'm actually not seeing that. So let me do this mobile header. Let me just do H screen and just do BG blue. I mean primary blue. Okay. That is that what it was. Okay, but then why are our links missing? Are we not referencing it properly or what? Okay, so layouts, this, I think that's the W4. I have this. Our links are not showing. Did we not import it right?
I hope we did
Yeah.
not find it in our CSS anyway.
Oh, okay, okay. We did a hidden Abi, and I was just copying and pasting.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, then we have this. Hmm. So instead of doing this justify between, I beg, I'll just give gap and yeah, I actually don't want it to just be everywhere. I'm supposed to give like a padding. Hmm. Okay, so let me go back to this head and check what I did. So I actually have this container w this. Wow, interesting. Okay, okay. All right, so what this gets to tell me is that, well, this should move to a different level. Did I cut anything? Yeah, no, no. No, like you have to think about all of this. Front end, front end. That's the cross that we have to bear. Now, why is this one? Why is this one now jumping up to this? Okay, so mobile header. Okay, so we have this. But think I also need to flex this side. So MD flex. I do a flex column. If that not in porn around. Why? I didn't save it. Okay, so I'm saying on this medium inside flex column. So MD. Ah, come on. Film center. Let me start. Anyway, I think my gap between each of them is like a lot. All right, so um, you can just make do with this. So, but then if if you're given something, if you're given a different thing, you have to think about it differently. Then again, mm, so I actually want to do another flex here. So there are actually different ways to do this thing. There are different ways to do this. And let me just get a console icon. Sure. Okay, so I'm actually looking for a console icon through yes.
Text to write.
Mhm. Okay.
Maybe against space between or something like that.
Yeah. So all right, so we have this. Even if that guy is looking so big. So let's see what we have. All right. Like this fun stuff is not doing anything. All right. So let's see. Let's see how we'll play around with this. Mm, all right. So in essence, this is what we have. So we have this. for the mobile. And then we have another thing for, well, we have another, where is that? So we have the normal header. Well, then we have this other mobile header. So how do we manage this one and the other one?
The other ones, are they still there if we click on their own this thing? Hope nothing has happened to them.
No, I think they're still.
For the
If I
desktop.
go, yeah, if I just comment this out, I think they should still be fixed. So we want to be able to click this, and then it brings up the other one. So, which begs the question: should this be here? I mean, it should be in the other side. Mm. What do we think? Logically, it should be here, Sha. Logically, it should be here. Let's see what happens if I change this into a fragment. I just move this. Okay, so yeah, so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to import. I'm going to import this in here. Okay, so I think I just want to bring back. Did I copy that? Mobile header, main layout. So inside my mobile header, let's do this here. Okay, so let's see what this actually gives us. We still get the same feel anyway. So I'm just going to, so how do we manage this inside here? So I think what what do we think? How do we manage this? How do we switch between, well, displaying this on, like, how do we show this mobile now? How do we do this?
It's I don't get. Do you mean showing the mobile links and the desktop, or do you mean closing the mobile?
Yeah, this mobile view, this is a mobile view, well, which we're not actually supposed to be having. We don't have this on this thing. Well, we shouldn't have this. We shouldn't have this on our.
You mean it's not be shown by default, I mean the list should not be shown by default. Is that what you're saying?
Okay. So what I'm trying to.
Can
Okay,
make it hidden.
Yeah.
can we
You can make
Okay.
it
can we
hidden.
make the Can we make the hamburger a button, and then once we click on it, it shows the other layer. Then make the X a button as well, so it
Yeah.
closes.
Okay. So, well, I think that's what we are going to be doing. Okay, so how do we achieve that now? Because it's actually a button, I think. Is it not? Well, it can actually be it can actually serve as a button. So, so how do we achieve that? Yeah, anybody guide me? Okay. Does anybody know what to do? All right, so let's just go with states. So once show mobile app sets to mobile. Okay, so I think I'm just going to manage this first. And I'll just say show mobile now. Hmm. Don't know why this is the easier way to just run to. Okay. So by default it's false. And I'll just change this, give it a role of button. I'll just say on click. Well, that can work. Okay, so that works. So in essence, so that means what of the cancel button? What do we do with it?
I think you can use states for that also.
I can use what?
States for that
I
also.
think, okay, for the cancel button, you can just um the on click, but this time we set show mobile now to not
Mhm.
what's the variable, not
Yeah,
set
but
show,
it's a
not
component.
show.
It's a component, so I'm thinking, does it
Okay,
mean we have to
okay,
use
if it's a
context
component,
to make it
how to pass
global?
props.
Yeah,
Yes, that
you can just pass props. Yeah. Okay, so we are saying what are we saying? Well,
We can say okay,
yeah, well, when you think about it globally, in that you can, well, for this one, it's just that we are managing the whole view inside here. Well, when we need to think about making it global, yeah, we could look at it from another direction. But for now, we are just managing it here, so that's why it's more like it's this way. So here now, I'll just do roll and button. Okay, then on click. Okay. So let's. So this should actually come in as prop first. Well, prop validation out of my life. This don't nullify this. use the actual this thing. Set show mobile now. So this one, you can just set it to false, or you can just do opposite of well, no opposite of show. Oh, but if we're doing this, that means we also need to pass the other one. So I think I'll just set it to
Yeah,
cross.
it didn't pass the variable, just pass the function.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that not just a waste of what do they call it?
Hey, just
Uh,
set it to false. Just set it to
as in
false, right?
just set it to false, as in instead of that drama that I want to do now. Yeah, so I think that works. Let's click on this, it goes back, so on and so forth. Oh, well, then what happens if we want to go to, I don't know if these links are even working. Let me put this site. Uh, okay. Why does about have this? Okay. Okay. That's strange. It's on home. So, but then when we click on home, this does not go out. How do we manage this?
Is it not that the height phone is the one that's covering the home? Probably is showing under this page that we are already.
Yeah, but then we have this situation now. How do we manage it?
Um, I was thinking, why don't we put the home, make it a link?
Okay, so let's see.
Can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. So I'm just thinking anyway. Let me just do. Let's see if this works anyway. So that means even if I click on, so I don't know if you get the point.
So he's doing the work
Yeah,
of
what?
X that close now. After clicking.
Yeah, yeah. After clicking, it goes back to that. It just closes it back.
Hmm.
Okay, so interesting stuff. All right. So what else? Actually, now I would have loved that transition to be better and all of that. And we achieved that. Fill in. Okay. So let's see. Translate. I don't even know how this. Okay. All right, so let's see how this works. But I'm not certain I remember how this works. So what we are trying to achieve is that this header will yeah, it's even coming. Okay, so uh how is this even supposed to come in? The top zero left left that work. Variable that work. Left zero. So okay, so kind of have to slow duration. Okay, well, I'm not sure I'm doing this right anyway, but there's a way you can make this to be slower and better than what I'm doing. Okay, so there's what I was trying to achieve, but then what happens when our screen is actually so we have this and we actually don't want this. So absolute MD that work. Okay, so that fixes that for us. We're able to just use this. All right, so I think so that is that. That is that. So there are different ways that we could have looked at this. So I think another time in another class we'll just look at what if we didn't want to do this inside here. So this is just like this is a bypass. There's not so we have the mobile nav here, which just climbs on top of this other one. Yeah. But then what if we didn't want to do this here? What if we didn't want to pass in prop here? That's where that the making the using the whole context stuff will come in and then would have use this inside here. So I'll just get context here and apply it inside here, and everybody is good. Okay, so well, there is that. Yeah.
You know what has happened? I lost my network for like 2 or 3 minutes. I was kicked out.
Okay, but we've been able to achieve, well, we've been able to achieve this for now, and on a different screen, it actually shows how it's supposed to show. But then what I'm saying is that, well, there is a different way to handle this such that we don't need to tie it inside this header like this. We could have just placed it on the main layout here and just use context to manage this. So I think that's another thing that we'll have to look at. Maybe in the next class, we'll look at how do you use context? How do you use context to play around with some of these things? So we get to understand what it's like. But I think we kind of understand how I was able to achieve this. So just in case if you see people do theirs and then you're like wondering how they're able to do that, that's it's React. So React allows you to just play with things on the DOM, that kind of stuff. Okay, so then back to what we have. So we've been able to do this somehow. So let's just try and achieve this. I'll leave this side for us in them. People come and do all these ones. I'll just face the one I'm supposed to face. All right. Okay, so let's see. How do we achieve this part now? Okay, so how do we achieve this part? So let's go to index, right? Inside this index, we'll just create a div. And what I just want to do is, so I'm just going to still give it the whole container thingy. I'll just do W11. So yeah, I have my container now. So the other thing I would like to do is inside here now, I'll just do a flex, and I will just divide my screen into two, W1/2. Okay, let's see. This image, let's see. I hope it's all grouped. It's not. Ouch. Okay. Uh, okay. So, um, so a way to do this most times, is that I group this by myself. Is it that I group this by myself? I'll just either make a copy for myself and then group this thing. I don't even know if I should do that. Should I do that here? Hit to my draft. All right, so let's go inside here. So I have edit access for this. So one. So I hope that is it alternate? They normally group this thing. Forgotten again. Oh. Okay, so I want to group this thing so that I'll be able to use this. So I made a copy for myself so that I have edit access. Now saying is like the best thing to do. Control. Um, have this.
I think it's control. Then you click on each of the items by your left. Actually.
Yeah.
By your left, as in.
Yeah, on this side, right?
Control. Then you click on the item. Then right click and click on group.
Yeah. Control G should do that, I think.
Yes,
I have this.
Control G can do that.
Yeah, so I have this. I have this group now. So let me see if I can export it and what it looks like. Okay, so I don't need to stress my life about doing position absolute and all. So let me just export this. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Okay, so I have that. I'll just come back here. So I will just import my name. Okay, from dot slash assets slash images slash so let's get that image. What's this should be lady. What else am I supposed to do here? Okay, I think this is. So let's see what we have. Wow, this is a humongous image. Okay. Okay, so let's see. How do I reduce this? Okay, so let's go back and look. So yeah, so the bad thing about this is, well, this kind of this chops away in here. So instead of doing MX auto, what I'll just do is I will just I'll just flex it and flex in. Yeah. So this should be justify and okay. We remove this guy. Let's see again. Hmm. How do we manage this? Does that even work?
Can we assign a particular value for that the appearance? MOI,
Yeah. Okay, so we can make do with this. Then okay, so let's do this. So this side of things now we kind of need to centralize it with respect to this. So let's see. If I do this, flex justify center, and I do an item center. Okay. I'll just have a div that wraps everything. And I will just have, let's start with a P. Okay, get started. Say H2. Let's put a break here. And we are supposed to like create a if just depending on what's however you want to do it. Type of text. There's a type of search, I mean. No, but this is not. Well, let me just do another div. Let's do button. So well, I normally have a hard time picking those things. So let me just use what I have. Okay. What is happening here? So we are not supposed to do justify center. We're just supposed to do item center. Okay. So we have this. Man, this space is plenty. Okay. So let's do, this is our input. We are still on the road to achieving this. Adding top and bottom text users, left and right, and so on. EX is what? It's one. Okay. Outline of none. What else do we want to do here? Placeholder. This should be H. Okay. So I still want to flex, justify center. Okay. We'll give it BG blue. Thought we had obviously primary blue. Okay. So, and then by the way, this should just be flexed. Decided if no, I'm wrapping everything inside it. Okay. Mm. Okay. Now I do W full, do gap.
I think the diff immediately after the form should have the full, full so that we expand to the end.
You say immediately after
Immediately after the form elements.
this. Hmm.
This one that has the one that has the type of 3. The one
Mm-hmm.
on the
This
one
div.
above, no, the one above it.
So you say we should have this one.
The one inside the form, gone. The one after the form, below the form action and div class name flex item center gap 3.
This one.
Uh,
So you say we should have W full here.
yes, this is not containing both of them.
Still just taking up more space. All right.
Uh,
So are we saying it is based off this content? All right. So
can we give the input with flex of 1? Like flex grow 1. The input field.
yeah. Hmm. So this is actually strange. Let me see here. So we have this. Okay, fair enough. I think this kind of covers. Yeah. Okay, but then we still have this problem. Yeah, our inputs is still a bit. So how do we remedy this? Okay, so W 5/6. Okay, so is this too long? That one is actually long. I probably need to come back here. Maybe should I just remove this at all and leave it to fill the entire screen? That is now crazy. Okay, so let's just work with this. I think I can live with this. Let me confirm this has a height of 56. I'll just set the height here to 56. So this border radius of 10 pixels. Okay, so let's see the gap. Hmm. So So this has a font size of 56 pixels. So I'll show you. Okay, let's get started. That it. So 16 pixels. So 16 pixels is text base. Then the what's font weight. So it's 700. So that's font bold. Let's see what we have. And then we have primary. text primary blue. Okay. The input is supposed to have some curves and then a border. So mm, so top right bottom. Okay, somebody should decipher that. So this is, yeah, top right bottom left. All right, so let me just give this BG first. BG, have this. Okay. So, and I'm supposed to have like, supposed to have this border for the right, yeah, about, let me just go with, let me just go with 2 pixels and border. Mhm. Okay, so not what I expected, but the right of 2. Okay, okay, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Oh, actually should be left. So it should be right rather. I mean, it should be left. So I think I'll just increase this a bit. Set up 2, 4. Okay. So I'm supposed to like give this some sort of border radius. So how do we do that? Rounded. So has anybody been able to decipher this? Okay, so we have curves here. I have another curves here. So well, I'll just say rounded. So this is like how many pixels? 5 pixels. This is 0, 100, 5 pixels. That's Okay. Yeah, so we are supposed to like give this empty gap is looking too much. Just thinking of doing this. I'll break it into two things. So that'll be the best approach. I don't want to start playing with line height and all. I feel like the gap is still the same thing. Yeah, anyways. Well, then I'm missing. So what do you guys think? Am I missing something other than this aspect? Am I missing anything? Okay, so this is what is going to happen anyways. All right. So I need so I'll need two people, right? This be enough for two people. Yeah, so I need two people that are going to complete this for me. Two people. I'm just okay. Okay, so let's see. So Marlocks and Austin. You guys will finish this section for me, right? I'm going to push this in. So I believe you guys have accepted the invitation. You finish up this side. Let's see. Where again? Wonderful, wonderful sections. So I don't know. I don't want you guys to clash. So can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, so you just do this first three sections. First thing we'll just do this other three sections, right? I hope it reaches everybody. Yeah. And okay, so Precious, you're going to work on this side. This is where recruits. You will create the route for it. So this section, you stop at this point. Let's see. Okay, so you just work on this top section, this input, and so on and so forth. Then here now, we again, Okay. Yeah, Emmanuel, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, so you just work on top recruits. I actually don't need plenty of these things anyway. So you can just do like 3 rows of this, right? Um, where again? Yusuf. Yep. So you work on this section, contact section. I don't forget anybody here.
Okay.
Yeah. So you work on this contact section. Okay. Okay, we still have more. Who again? Edwin and Lukman. So they're about, right? So you just take, so don't no need to work on this footer because when Austin does this, it should actually just go around. So you take the first 2 sections and who am I even talking to? I said Lukman and who and Edwin. So Lukman, you go with the lower section. Edwin goes with the top section, the top 2 sections. So you go with the bottom 2 sections.
The lower 2 sections are the white and the blue, huh? The white and the
Yeah,
blue. Okay, okay.
the white and the blue, that's the one that Lukman should do this section.
I mean, the one with
Okay.
the one with the profiles and the one with the lady with the system. Is that the one I'm doing?
Okay. Okay. So
For Lukman,
Okay.
our mission, and meet our whatever the last part. For the other guy, about CodeCamp recruits
yeah.
in our future, I think. For you, is it clear?
So Edwin, you do the about and the vision. About and vision. Yep. Okay.
And vision.
Yeah, about
Okay.
and vision.
Okay, I understand now. Thanks.
Right. So we have blog. Do we have routes for all these things? Probably have to. What I'm trying to avoid is conflicts anyway. Um, hmm. Okay, so okay. So I think I want to retract something. Okay, so this is a single blog. This is a single blog. So this is what is going to happen. Look, man, let me switch you with someone else. So, or yeah, so I want to switch you with someone else. So, I can't. Damola, yes. So, can you hear me? Damola, can you hear me? I know you have Black B anyway, so like that is easier for me. Okay. All right. So this is what's going to happen. So you're going to work on these 2 sections, right? You're going to take these ones from Lookman, and Lookman is going to work on this latest updates for the blog. I don't know if there's anybody that I'm missing here, actually. Is there anybody that I've not assigned something to do? So actually don't want conflict. So there needs to be an understanding on how to work with all these things. So I hope we're not going to have conflicts. So this is the flow. This is how this thing is going to work for us. For those of us that have done this thing before. So Let me just open GitHub. Because I think what we have to do now is just what we have to do now is more of a practical. So this is what Tailwind. Tailwind. Okay. So what you guys are going to do, I actually added, you guys are going to clone this repo, right? I added you guys as collaborators, happy contributors, whatever the English is. So you're going to clone this, right? When you clone this, there is actually a main branch here. And I think I'll just do a develop branch, right? Let me just do that now. So hope you guys can see my screen. I know I
Can't
have
you
some.
push this one before you do the branch so that we have it together? The latest
Yeah,
one.
so that's what I want to do. Git
Okay.
status. Right. I know I have a whole lot of things all over my screen. I hope you guys are actually seeing that. So git add all. How is this thing again? Okay. This can you make a pull request? Let your pull request message be descriptive. Added hero section for the landing page. Okay. So I'll just push this.
What does the CH signify? Before me, is it change?
Well, sure. So I have chore. I have feature. FT is feature. So feature is like when you're creating, when you're either doing a functionality or creating like a new page or something. So there's then you have BG. BG is for bug. When you're fixing a bug, you put BG, then your descriptive message. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Sorry,
So
sorry, please cancel that again. The whole feature on BG stuff.
yeah. So if you notice my commit message when I was writing a commit message here, um, actually I did ch and then I said added hero section for landing page. So this ch here stands for a chore. You can have ft. Ft is like when you're creating a new page. You can have. I think we'll have some problems here. Why do I say so? Because when you have two people working on the same page, how do you guys manage it? So there needs to be that sort of communication between the both of you. Either one person does first and then the other person continues from there, or there just needs to be an understanding between you guys. All right.
Can we
So
just make it one page? I don't know, do it to be tedious, but to avoid any form of conflict and free flow of work. So whatever you have done here at the top, probably you can see it at the bottom, but the other person will not know that you have done something like that. He also be creating it afresh again, simply because I didn't differently.
yes. So that is the whole this thing. But now who will even manage this? Well, okay, so this is what is going to happen. You guys are just going to do pull requests. So that's why you guys are going to do pull requests. So the first person, whoever is starting, you guys need to communicate. Whoever is starting first and can finish fast, you do a pull request. I'll merge it. The next person you have to pull again. I'm going to create a dev branch here. So I'm just going to create a dev branch. So this main branch, you're not supposed to play with it. You're not supposed to even create pull request to it. Git checkout. So let's start learning that one from now. So I'm just creating a dev branch, and I'll just push again, git push origin dev. Okay. So this is what is going to happen now. So I'm going to let me refresh this page. I actually have like a whole lot of things here. So I have this dev branch. So I'm just going to, let me just make it the default branch for now. This branch is,
You passed it. It was at the first page you loaded.
okay, general.
See the default branch.
Not renaming it, changing it. So dev branch is the default branch. Okay, so this is just to avoid us tampering with that one. Yeah, so when you clone this repository, right, you create a branch. Now your branch has to work with, well, your branch name kind of has to work with the, okay, this is sounding all funny in my head. So let's say you're working on the about page, right? Or the home page. So you can have a branch with like ft-home. So since you're two on the page, so just to simplify it for you, you can say ft home -01 or ft home -02, so that you have like different branches, right? Does that work? Because actually don't want, I know I've actually been in a, what do they call it? I've been in an internship where people started naming branches after themselves. So you have like FT Malloc. No, not even FT Mallocs. You have Mallocs as a branch. You have Austin as another branch. So it's not supposed to be like that. So you can just split it between you guys. So you have, if you're three on the page, you just make it like three branches. I'll be three, so about dash, a number, about dash. So you just know how to number the distance. So back to what I was saying. So when you clone this, you clone it, you have to run npm install so that you get all the packages here. When you do that, run it and check that it is running. After that, you'll be on the dev branch by default. So from the dev branch, please don't start working on the dev branch. Check out and create your own branch. When you create your own branch, make the necessary changes. If you guys are, well, very coordinated, if you guys understand Git very well, two people can work on the same branch, actually. So when this person completes his own, the other person continues on the same branch. It's possible that way. Other than that, if one person finishes, you create a pull request to dev branch. Notify me, I will merge it. So when I merge it, I think David should also be in this report. So David, I bet after you, I'll get your distance so that I'll add you here. So you either notify.
Sorry, do you mean a pull or a push request before you
Is there,
merge?
is there a push request? Pull request. Is there a push request? I think I'm hearing that for the first time. Pull request. Pull request is when you're requesting to add your stuff into the main branch. That's what I know. I've not heard of push request.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so you create a pull request to dev, notify me, I will review it. Yeah, then that's another thing. Please, when you do it, so you're doing a responsive screen. I know we don't actually have responsive screen, yeah, but then you're going to do a responsive screen. So when you do it, please just take a screenshot. I'll just show you an instance of how I do mine. Let me just get a particular project. It is in, let me just get a particular. So let's see. Let me just show this one. So something of this sort. When you create a pull, this is a pull request actually. When you create a pull request, you put take a screenshot of what you worked on. You have to like do it on the different screen sizes, right? Mobile, this and that. So you do it on you do the different screen, take a screenshot of the different screen sizes, add it to your pull request so that I am able to see this, and then I will merge it, right? Then when I do that, your team member or teammates or page mates will now pull. So you have to pull. There's always pull from dev. If I merge, pull from dev, always pull from dev before you start working. So if you pull on if you've created your branch, still pull from dev, work on it. Before you create your pull request, still pull first. So that if there are conflicts, you resolve it before you now create your own pull request, right? Is anybody confused? Anybody confused?
Yeah, I didn't do my part. I don't know if you can go over it.
I don't even have all these things in my head. Please, where did I give pressure? So it did I say my own plenty. Okay. So you were supposed to work on this aspect. So this stop side, just the stop and this, right? And this was for Emmanuel, I think. So yeah. So that's what you are supposed to work on this. So we all know our different aspects. I don't even know why this is here. Okay. Oh, we have some pages down here. Does anybody want to do more? Anybody?
Let's finish the one you give us and make a pull request. If there's no issue, then we now anyone that is done cannot take another one. Abi?
Yeah. All right. Austin and Superman, Abi. Okay, so well, I think if I had seen this other part, I think I will not cramp people up like that. What do we think?
Yes, I agree with you. One page. Those small ones should go for one page instead of
Yeah, so who wants to move off from his own? Oh, we have mobile screens actually. Mobile screens, yeah.
So you said I was working with Lookman, but you were saying something about switching in. Am I still with
Yeah,
him or okay? I'm still working with him on the page.
we are with Damola. Yeah.
Okay, Damola. Okay, okay.
So well, oh Precious, I think another thing that you will help me and do. I think this your own. This side. See what you help me and do. Do this. Do this now. Yeah. I've actually started something, but just improve on it anyway. So just do this now for it. Did you get that?
Yeah, I do.
but I don't
So
see this mobile part is now. The link is sent. I didn't see this mobile because I've opened Pigman before. I only see the desktop version.
Did you go left and right? It's actually
Yes.
on the same listen.
I only see
Yeah.
below.
Okay, so yeah, so is there anybody that wants to move off if you're feeling that your place is too cramped and you want to Malox, do you want to get a separate page and work on, or then one person takes over this one? Who else? Abi, are we okay with
Sir, I want to ask a
the way
question.
we are? Yep. Yeah. Go on.
Hear me? Yeah, you gave me like I think the contacts page. So I want to ask, is
Mhm.
it that I'm going to do the nav bar because
No,
other
no.
people too be doing nav bar? Okay.
That's the distance. Okay, so we've been doing this thing since, so we've actually created we've actually created uh layouts. So you're not supposed to do the header and the footer. It's only Austin that is doing the footer, right? And Austin, I'm sure you know where to work on, where to work on that from.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So you're not tampering with that. You're just doing this content inside here and making it responsive. So if I actually didn't know that this part was here, so you could actually take a cue from there and come to here, check for your page here and make it responsive at once. All right.
Okay, okay, I
We
get that.
all right. So any other concerns? Does anybody have concerns? Okay. Okay. So well, I think it actually goes a long way. So this is checking your Gits. How well do you know your how well are you able to manage working as a team? Because that's mostly what we'll be doing henceforth. And what again? What again? Hmm, if there's actually a back end, we can also play with, yeah, how do you link up a back end, work with that? So I think we are actually getting to that place where, yes, we'll be doing serious work. Does anybody have any questions? No confusion, right? We are all good. All right, all right. So I think at this point, I'll say go into the board and multiply. Right? You guys should go and start hacking at your tasks. And I'm expecting to see pull requests and all. So, well, it's I think it's just going to be your promotional task because it's now one given again. So, well, so just ensure that it is responsible. Yeah, I beg. And it also looks like the design. So I think that is where I will draw the curtain for today. Yeah, do have a nice day, guys. All right. This is my host.